Like some of you in the audience, you have probably played sports in your lives just like I have, but don't really know water polo or the rules regarding to it. Soon you will be able to get an overview of the sport, so in the next Olympics or next game you watch, you'll be able to understand and know the rules of it. Water polo is a combination of soccer, hockey, rugby, and basketball, in which I have played 2 out of the 4 sports, which made me be able to understand and grasp the rules regarding to water polo. So to help you understand it better, first I'll be talking to you about the history of water polo. Second, I will discuss the positions associated with the sport. And finally, I will be speaking to you about the rules. Water polo began in England and Scotland in the late 19th century by William Wilson. It was played in rivers and lakes before they started playing in pools. The first game was in London at the Crystal Palace Plunge, in which after more people were interested in the sport and wanted to get to know it more. Then the sport came to the United States, which they formulated new rules, which made the players more aggressive and physical towards one another. According to the FINA, which is the International Swimming Federation, it states the United States was the first nation beyond Britain to take up the game. John Robinson organized the first American water polo team in 1888. It was called the Boston Athletic Association. Then 2 years later, New York and Rhode Island also made water polo teams. On January 28, 1890, Sydenham Swimming Club of London beat the Boston Athletic Association in the first ever American Championship in Providence. 10 years later, FINA also states the game was included in the Paris Olympic Games of 1900 as an exhibition. Starting with the game being played in rivers and lakes like I showed you, it now has specific players and positions that can get the ball in the net effectively and fast, and players be able to guard against the ball from going into their own net. So in water polo, there are 7 players in the pool at once. There is 6 field players and 1 goalkeeper. At all times, the players have to tread water, and they cannot touch the bottom of the pool or touch the sides to hold on. Some offensive players include the whole set, drivers, and points. The drivers and points lead the offense. They have to be focused and ready for everything. They have to make strategic passes and shots on the goal. The whole set is another offensive player, in which by Monty Mitskowski, who wrote a book about water polo, states, "It is the key offensive player with good size, great leg support, good swimming ability, and brains." The whole set is probably the quarterback of the water polo team. Defensive players include the goalkeeper, which is probably the most important player of the game. The goalkeepers can hold the ball, they can touch the bottom of the pool, and they have to block shots. They have to be on their toes, have good reflexes to block shots from going into the net. The whole guard is another defensive player who guards the other team's whole set. They have to be able to commit fouls and be able to take away passing lanes. But knowing about each of the players now, I'm going to talk about the rules. The pool dimensions, 30 meters by 20 meters for men and 25 by 20 meters for women. The depth is around 1.8 meters deep. During the water polo game, there's 4 8-minute quarters. At the start of the game, the players have to be at the ends of their pool. The referee blows a whistle and throws in the ball in the middle of the pool, and the players have to swim and try to get possession of the ball. During the game, if the ball goes outside of the pool beyond the goal, just like in soccer, and a defensive player or the goalie touches the ball, then a corner kick is awarded. And the same thing if a offensive player touches the ball, then a goal throw is awarded where the defensive player gets to throw in the ball and have possession. If you want to substitute, you can substitute freely during timeouts, in between periods, or after a goal is made. You cannot if you want to do it during the game, you have to substitute in a team re-entry area. There are two types of fouls. There's a minor and a major foul. According to the USA Water Polo website, it states, there is no limit to the number of minor fouls a player may commit. In contrast, once a player has committed 3 major fouls, that player must leave the game and may not return. Major fouls can start by being dismissed for 20 seconds or being ejected from the game. At the end of the game, whoever has the most points wins the game. So, for the 4 sports that I talked about in my intro, you can probably correlate them to the game of water polo. So for the next game that you watch, you can remember the history that I told you about, the positions that are associated with water polo, and the rules regarding to it. In closing, I hope you know the basics of water polo and will now want to watch more games like I want to now. Thank you.